What's up, everybody? It's your boy J Max here with a COVID-19 update on the G37. Been out there, got a couple of runs in, enjoying it. She seems to be holding up pretty damn good. And yeah, I'm about to go install my test pipes on, because I feel like I need a little more, but it's part of it is just not me going out and throwing on a bunch of parts and then be like, yeah, the car is modified and tuned or whatever. I want to actually go through the phase of modifying the car slowly, so I can actually show you guys some content, as opposed to if a certain mod is worth the money being spent. Because on the Maxima, I cannot lie, I've spent a ton of money on that car to get very little horsepower. A lot of it, most people were saying, yeah, this is what gives you a lot of power. I put it on the car and it wasn't a lot. So I remember when I was doing all my mods, I spent probably about $2 to $3 grand in literally everything, from ported intake manifolds to flywheels to lightweight crank pulleys, everything, and by the time I did all that work, I probably only gained about 9 wheel horsepower. So that was kind of pointless to me. Not saying I would go back and take everything that I've done to that I've done to the car back. I'm just saying, there's a lot of things that I did on the car that did not really add up to the money that I was spent. Block off plate, ported manifolds, 4-inch intake, in GTR injectors, fuel pump, everything cost quite a bit of money, and I only gained about 9 wheel horsepower. So, and I had to retune the car. Don't forget that I had to retune the car. So, for that 9 wheel horsepower, is it something I should have done from the get-go before I tuned the car? Yes, but again, it was a phase that I had to go through. I had to figure shit out, find certain connections, blah, blah, blah. But again, I will never go back and take it. So this is the reason why I'm vlogging the stuff that I'm adding on to the car now, because I want to get a couple of runs in with a couple of guys and put the test pipe on. After I put the test pipe on, run them again, see the outcome. And then the final phase will be to add the intake and the tune, because you can't run the intake, the 3-inch intake, without a tune. So everything is already on deck. I'm just trying to put out some content so I could see the comparisons as to what it was. A lot of people, this is one thing that really, really grinds my gears. A lot of people would be like, yeah, well, I beat a G37 the other day, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's all cool and all, but you didn't beat my G37. You didn't race against my skills, right? I won't say on this car it's f***ing scary shit, because yesterday I went to Mexico and I decided that me and my boys launching. I can't launch a car yet. I haven't figured it out. I told them I didn't want to launch a car because of the fact that the rear wheel drive platform is still new to me, and I still haven't figured out the G-spot. What this G-spot, I called it, is being able to launch the car without the car going sideways, because I came from a front wheel drive platform. So this rear wheel drive platform is a bit difficult for me because I haven't had the seat time. I just got some nice tires. It's summer tires, so in the cold it is not working that well. The ground is still cold, and I have a little bit of a negative camber on the rear end, so that does not help keeping the car straight. I had the car aligned to the 20-inch GTR wheels, so now that I put on the 18-inch, you can actually see there's like a slight camber, which means the tire is not making full contact with the ground. So I have one of the two things to do. I can either leave it the way it is and avoid doing all the all the digs, or I can actually go back and have the alignment shop align the rear to what they are now. It's going to be difficult, because if I do decide to go back to the 20-inch wheels for any reason, show mode or whatever, I'm going to have an issue with it right now. So that's something I'm not really worried about right now. For now, I just want to understand the car, learn the car, and respect the car. Because at the end of the day, I've seen a lot of videos online where guys, you know, jump in a fast car or a car of a different platform, and they end up crashing into like somebody or the guardrails or wherever it is they are. So I'm not trying to be that person. I'm trying to understand the car before I actually put it down. So I'm about to go across to my buddy's place right now to get these test pipes installed. I honestly, if I could have kept the sound of the car right now and still have the performance, 100%. I'm not a guy who likes a loud noise. Even on cold startup, you know, I do consider my neighbors, you know, a lot of people don't, I do, and I would really like to keep the tone down a little bit, a lot, because I don't want to be heard before I'm seen. That's just usually my policy. I don't want to be heard before I'm seen, so I want to keep the noise down to a minimum. So it is technically a trial period, because if I put these test pipes on and it's unbearable for me to drive as far as the loudness and the drone, I will take it right back off. Because right now I can enjoy this. I downshift, it's not too loud, right? And I love this. I can deal with this. So, you know what I mean? I'm crossing my fingers that the resonator I bought, it was a resonator test pipe with a flex pipe. So I'm hoping it doesn't change a whole lot that it annoys me. So y'all stay still.
Wait, you can't post videos if you have music playing in the background?
Zero. If they hear any little thing in the background, you're not posting shit.
That's YouTube?
Well, you could post it, you just can't get paid for it. The monetizing part of it. Anything.
Oh, because that's someone else's
anything, yeah. Music. Anything. If they just hear a little beat in the background, they flag in the video.
Well, it kind of makes it worse.
So this is the restrictions for the high flow for the factory cat. Can't really see it too much there. Where's the other one? And now, so she should be breathing a lot better now. So I went with the resonated and flex pipe, so hopefully it will absorb a lot of the shock from the motor when it's moving and the welds don't break, as opposed to just a straight one with no flex pipe on it. So all in all, went in pretty damn good. Took about an hour and a half maybe. All the bolts was good. Yo, can you give me a zip tie, please? How's it doing?